Okay, good evening. Atmavandan, everybody. A very, very warm welcome to you all. Thank you for joining today's session. Like yesterday, we're going to do the book reading first, and then we'll have a reflection time, and we'll finish with a meditation. So, we're reading the amazing book by Anandamurti Guruma called The Compassionate Buddha. We're on chapter 2, page 17. We're partway through, and the chapter's called Night Lit by the Moon. Okay. So the last sentence that we focused on was, in fact, I'll do the last paragraph. So we're following from yesterday. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Thank you. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna states that everyone has to face the consequences of previous. You reap as you sow. However, he adds that for the one who gets consumed by the desire for betterment of the self and attaining the ultimate liberation, all his sins get burned in the blazing fire of knowledge and wisdom. All doors opened for such a person. Karmas from my previous lifetime have nothing to do with my present karmas. If the virtuous desire for self-betterment arises in my mind, then this will lead to rising of virtuous thoughts, and the sprouting of these virtuous thoughts leads to purification of the intellect, make it grounded in the truth, which in turn will lead to self-realization, and finally to the experiential knowledge of Brahma, the formless supreme consciousness, the absolute truth. Why worry about the previous karma? Why not focus on the current state of your mind, on desires that you harbour now? Thoughts are abstract and subtle, but the most powerful. What was behind the greatest scientific inventions? A thought. The smallest thing in this world is an idea, a single thought. A single thought can lead you to the peak of spiritual evolution. Just one thought. However, ordinarily people are totally oblivious to the power of their own minds. What is the weight of a thought? What is the form of a thought? Nothing. But just one thought can transform man into God. But this is the irony of mankind. We are unaware of our own power, our own potential. That is why we don't have faith in ourselves, and we don't believe that we are capable of receiving the highest wisdom. People think, oh, I don't deserve to receive such supreme knowledge. After all, I have sinned in the past. I say, no matter how much you have sinned, your sins cannot be greater than the Lord's compassion to forgive. Such infinite is his grace that everything is minuscule in front of that magnanimity. No matter how big a sin anyone has committed, the compassion, the grace of the ever-merciful Lord is inevitably and undoubtedly always greater. And if such is the benevolence shown by the Lord to the apparent sinners, then can you imagine his grace on those who are virtuous and seeking spiritual upliftment? It is so that the entire universe starts conspiring to assist the true seeker in his spiritual journey. And there is a showering of benevolence and grace all around him. Questionnaire. I can see the impurities in my mind, but my efforts to eradicate them are turning to be futile. While sitting for meditation, the mind appears to be well behaved, but soon after returning to the worldly routine, same maladies, same mental afflictions reappear. And the answer from Guru is, you are speaking out a child's dilemma. A child came home from school saying that he won't go back to school. On inquiring, he said, well, I have learnt my alphabets, but it looks like my teacher doesn't know because that is all she keeps repeating every day. The mother explained that there are students of different calibre in his class. Hence, she has to repeat until all the students have learnt it. Likewise, how much time has elapsed since you have been listening to me? And how much time have you spent in all your lifetimes in ignorance and bonded to this world? You are seeing the garbage in your mind now. But earlier you didn't even see that. This is the first step. However, the seeker needs to have enormous patience. One cannot scale the top of Mount Everest in a day. For ages, the mind has been used to its habitual reactionary mode and ways of dealing with the external world. It will take time to purge it off all impurities. Secondly, you say that you feel the quietude in the mind only for an hour or so. Well, you should be grateful for that, shouldn't you? The chattering mind stops, albeit for some time. Be thankful for that. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be greedy. Be patient. The progress will be gradual, but this should not dissuade you from taking consistent, sincere, and concerted efforts. The tendency of the mind is to go outwards. This is to be thwarted, and the mind is to be brought back home, directed inwards. Question. When I sit for meditation, sometimes I feel an intense yearning to meet the Lord. I cry in desperation. There is darkness inside, but I can still perceive this body. Is this meditation? Some people say that they can see piercing light. Can I see this too? Please throw light on this. First of all, stop listening to what other people say. A blind person cannot guide anyone, can he? Have I ever said that you will see any light in meditation? Light is gross, inert, whereas the Lord is sublime, supreme consciousness. So are you seeking the inert or the conscious? Seeing any kind of light is not going to deepen your meditation, nor is it going to make any difference to your ignorance. The light that is seen sometimes and not at other times, how can that eradicate your ignorance? It will not affect your meditativeness. You have mentioned that the mind gets stilled, but body awareness persists. Yes, that is a state of meditation. Misguided and deluded people believe that it is essential that in the state of meditation, one loses all awareness of the body. They believe that in such a state, it won't make any difference if, say, a snake or a spider was to start rolling over the body. But rather than meditation, it is more likely that the person is under influence of some narcotic drugs. You say that there is intense yearning in the heart for the Lord. Well, that is indeed a good sign, a sign of dispassion to the world. The mind, which was uncontrollably running outward, has started to move within. It moves within because it starts to get more lasting joy inwards than one has ever perceived in the external world. So, crying in love, devotion to the Lord, to the Guru, is a good sign. It cleanses the mind and heart. Question. When I return home after having been with you, I feel very sad and cry all the time. Is this love for the Lord or is it something else? Well, this is the whole idea behind creating this ashram, so that people get attracted to come here to experience the joy. Once you get connected with the Guru, with the cord of love, then even when you return to your life, some part will keep remembering the Guru and the Guru's teachings. See, if someone directly says to the other, "Give me your heart," it is likely that he or she will get a resounding slap on the face. I am sure you must have tried this in your youth. And if this is the state of affairs in the external world, it goes without saying that even in the world of spirituality, no guru can simply ask any follower to remember him at all times. If I say this to you, how will you react? Hence, all the efforts are to evoke the feeling of love in your heart, so that you get connected to me in this bond of love. And such should be the strength of this bond, that no matter what, it then never breaks. So in your case, I am happy that it has worked. My conspiracy has worked. In this context, I recollect this verse. Oh, how I yearned for you to steal my heart. But once you got it, you turned your back on me. Fill the goblet of my heart. Pour more and more wine of love, O Saki. Let me lose my senses to talk something of worth. Only a bond of love with the Master can aid in breaking the bondage to the world. The greater the depth in this love, in the devotion, the weaker the worldly ties become. There is no other way. Guidance from an enlightened Master is unquestionably imperative. Love for the Master aids in developing dispassion for the external world, which is crucial for making any meaningful progress on the spiritual path. The more the faith and love for the Master intensifies, the weaker are the ties and attraction to this external world. The mind starts becoming stilled inwards. The impurities and negativities start to dwindle, and you soar towards the Almighty residing right within you. So this concludes chapter 2. Would you like me to carry on, if that's okay?
Yes, please, if you can. Yeah, for more 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. So we're on to chapter 3, called Buddha Without and Within. Kichno manuspati labho, kincha manam jivatam, kicham sadharmam shravanam, kivacho buddhana utapadanam, sabam papasya akarnam, kushala upasampada, Satchittasya parityotnam etam buddhananasasnam eishtamo sanatano. In this precept, Buddha says that it is most difficult to be born as a human being. Furthermore, it is extremely difficult for a man to survive. It is even rarer for a person to listen to the words of wisdom. And he concludes, it is indeed exceptionally rare for someone to get enlightened. Buddha states that getting a human life is nothing short of a miracle. It is indeed an extremely extraordinary occurrence. On the face of it, this may seem like an odd statement. Given the rapidly burgeoning human population in the entire world, and especially in India, there are so many births happening every moment, and given the dreadful poverty that is rampant in so many parts of the world, every moment people are dying having lived a life no better than that of an insect. A large number of people in this world live in utter dire conditions, neither having enough to eat, nor safe water to drink. Some of these poor people cannot even earn their daily bread. You don't think twice gulping down bottles of soft drinks every day. But have you given any thought to the state of your unfortunate brethren who can't even earn even 10 rupees a day? There are places where people have to walk for miles so they can get half a pot of water, and that too unclean water from a dirty pond. So, on one hand, there are those well-to-do people who have the choice of drinking bottled water from a company A or company B, etc. And on the other hand, there are those helpless ones for whom the only possible choice is whether to drink the undrinkable water from the dirty well or the dirty canal. Such a poignant irony indeed. And this dire poverty drives some parents to even sell their children for a small amount of money. So, given the situation where the population seems to be exploding, where man is living a life worse than insects, one may wonder why Buddha made the statement that getting a human life is an exceptionally rare event. However, it has to be noted that it was after all none other than Buddha himself who made this statement. So, inevitably, there has to be an underlying logic emanating from his refined intellect and wisdom. Buddha was also referred to as the Tathagata, which means the one who always states the facts, the reality as it is. Every word he uttered was well thought of and had a scientific, logical, sound, rational basis. He never made any statement based on blind faith, belief, unlike the basis of the prevalent Hindu religion in those times. With the arrival of Buddha, religion took a turn from the predominant faiths based to the one based on a scientific, logical thinking. His revolutionary thinking was a striking contrast to the faith-based religious practice that was dominant in those times. Worship of idols, blindly believing that God resided in them, mindless performance of rituals without ever questioning or trying to understand their basis, etc. Buddha's innovative, progressive, and logical thinking was a striking contrast, motivating people to seek, to investigate, to understand, rather than blindly believing any scriptures or indeed anyone else. Hindu religion is strongly linked to the mind, narrating the divine play of various gods and goddesses. The Hindu scriptures can essentially be grouped into two main categories, the Purana and the Upanishad. The first group principally includes 18 Puranas and Srimad Bhagavad. Puranas are emotive, related to the mind, and mind is all about emotions, poetry, music, imagination, creativity. They include narratives on the lives of the various gods in form. There is a hidden meaning present, like a moral in a story, in these colourful graphic narratives, but on the face of it, the stories may come across as paradoxical and rather bewildering to the intellect. For example, one Purana narrative is as follows. Once Lord Shankar went to meet Devi Bharati. It so happened that Bharati was taking a bath and she had asked her son Ganesh to guard the entrance so that no one would come inside. It is said that Shankar did not know that Ganesh was his son, and neither did Ganesh know that Shankar was his father. The story goes that Ganesh prevented Shankar from going inside. They started off, and this led to a fight. Eventually, in a blaze of anger, Lord Shankar threw his trident at Ganesh that chopped off his head. This news reached Bharati, and wailing, she said to Shankar, "What have you done? You have killed your own son." This will seem illogical to the intellect. Lord Shankar and Ganesh were omniscient, so how come they didn't know that they were father and son? If you don't grasp the hidden meaning contained in the story, you will say the story doesn't make any sense. What kind of gods are those who don't know anything? But all stories narrated in the Puranas have a profound meaning, and if you miss the essence, you will be confounded. Many a times, if something is stated simply, the point in making that statement is lost. One has to seek out the essence, search for the meaning, and when you have to make effort to know, only then will you value what you have found out. Similar to what I mentioned in my last talk about churning of the ocean. The story of Samudra Manthan, churning of the ocean, didn't take place in the Pacific or Atlantic Ocean. So which ocean does this refer to? Your mind itself is the ocean. The virtues and vices in your mind represent the gods and demons. And when you churn this mind using your intellect, all the hidden traits emerge. from the depths of your own mind. Okay, I think I'll stop there if that's okay. Would anybody like to say what their thoughts are on this chapter that we just read?
Thank you so much, Meenadi. First, have water, please. Yes. Thank you for today's reading. Today's reading was like giving goosebumps, where um how Amma is sharing that every person have a different choices, but all the choices are made according to their circumstances. So the same way we have to accept everything in our life as it is, rather than questioning and it the means the message I am receiving is like, no, don't judge anyone, because you don't know what that person is going through, like the with the water that there is a branded bottle. There are people who don't have those kind of circumstances and opportunities where they're even having the clear water. Even they don't have water in desert area, there is no water. So the things we sometimes won't value in our life are in front of us, and we are taking it so for granted. But this one example is showing that in all the situation there is a choice, but it is on us how we can make that choice. And the second thing which Ma shared about the story of Lord Shiva and Ganesha, it shows our own ignorance. Sometimes our pride is like so high, we won't see that he knows about the if Parvati ji gave her instructions to Lord Shiva, and the same instruction to her son was to means too honest with his duty, that he don't want anyone to interrupt. Whereas being an adult, I'm just what I'm getting here, means I'm not against any scriptures, all the stories, as Ma also mentioned, that it is all about, some people think that how they both are divine and they don't know anything. But here, what the teaching I am receiving is, Lord Shiva was showing her his powers, whereas Lord Ganesha was showing surrender. Both are doing the same job, but the thing is, one was in a complete surrender, where he knows that my mom gave me certain job, so I have to do it with the full dedication. Whereas Lord Shiva, means he uh, he took the action against a child. Even that time he might not be in that consciousness that it is how we deal with the adult is different, how we deal with the child is a completely different. W- because kids are very clear, if you can talk to a child, they're very authentic, right? But adults, they are in their mindset, that they know so many things, right? So whatever they are doing, they are right, and others are wrong. What I am getting from this message, and it's so beautiful. It shows that some of the time we are not authentic, we are not true to ourselves. We find the things are against me, let me go and interfere it. Whereas if I am in a surrender, I will like, thank you divine, it might be a divine lesson for me. I have to learn in my life how to be patient with myself and with others, and how I have to respect. Doesn't matter means what is the age of the person in front of me, like if is a child, is an adult, but I have to respect everyone's thought and perspective. I have to give them a regard. Because if that way Lord Shiva think that movement, he might resolve that situation being an adult. And later on, when Ma Parvati knows about everything, she might she will feel more happy about his this action. And she might will say that, you were not aware he is your son, but still you give that respect, you respect his boundaries. So many things, like, it's very small, means what I'm grasping. I'm just sharing it. When Meena ji was reading, these are the thoughts suddenly pop up in my mind. And anyone else have anything to share, please do unmute yourself. We all are learning from each other. It is a platform. It is not just we are just doing the reading and then we don't want to go with the chat. We have to chat so that maybe I learn something from you guys. So please do unmute and share your views before we will go for the meditation. Champa ji, Damayanti ji, Kalpana ji, Shobha, anyone wants to say anything, please do unmute yourself. What is your opinion? What you grasp from these chapters? Reading is not like just I am sitting there and I'm listening to it. Sometimes we are not that much focused. But when we are discussing, we are actually recalling the same words what we just heard. It's all about my concentration while she was reading, how I can correlated myself with it.
Yeah, thank you, Meena ji and Monica ji. A very interesting read. You talked about the human birth. It's precious. It's adbhut. It's amazing. The energy we have. What we can do. There's so many things on this earth. I mean, we've just been either restricted by various things, like maybe whether it's friends or family or uh, from our karmas or, relatives from a very young age. But as we grow older, we find that there is it's enormous, how much we can go around helping people and which would obviously be an advancement in our spirituality. But I mean, I'm saying spirituality, but really, if we look, it's like happiness within ourselves, as well as the benefits that even those people that we are helping will get, and even the earth, how we can decorate the earth. There's so many things we can do, and I just find it's such a beautiful earth that we're born in, and we are amazing beings. I'm not being arrogant or anything. I'm just saying that how God has given us so much on this earth, not just for ourselves but for others, and what we are capable of doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Damayanti ji, for sharing your
Yeah.
views.
I've just been this this beautiful earth, how there's so many different kinds of fruits and vegetables, and the foods, like even pasta, there's so many varieties. The color green, there's so many shades to it, and all this machinery and all that, just architecture. There's so much at our disposal. So thank you. I keep saying it. Thank you.
Thank you, Damayanti ji. Yes, when we see the things, beyond the means of the form, everything is in a different form, and it's so much Mother Nature is giving us, Mother Earth is giving us. But we are in so much ignorance. We are taking so much things for granted. Recently I was listening to someone a speech where the person was saying, you're using wood in your home. How many times you show gratitude to trees, your furniture? small small pencils. They are made of wood. He said, how much time you say thank you to tree? And since from your childhood you are getting fruits, everything. If Mother Earth is not there, Mother Nature won't appear. We won't be here. And how beautiful it is to stay connected, showing gratitude for every single thing. We say that why sometimes we complain about weather and other things, but one thing we never notice, that when even we are growing, every year, when I was in year one, if I won't pass out that year, I won't be in year two. So the same way, these seasons or everything is teaching us that change is very important, and living in a present moment with the complete surrender. Just spread love and light, nothing else. Just see everyone as a divine internal being. We are not superior people. If divine won't give us this knowledge, how we are able to read today, how we are able to share this wisdom with each other, and all these ancient scriptures written by very holy souls. We all are holy, but they were connected with their core, and we are still in the process. And the surrender and these type of guidance which we are receiving from great saints is like changing our life. Listening to something is different, discussing it like it is, you are hitting your own brain, that is it the same thing, what I'm listening. Anyone else wants to share anything before we go for meditation? Okay, Minoji, I think you can start meditation. Unmute yourself, dear. Then
Okay,
you
deep gratitude. Sorry, deep gratitude for kindly sharing your reflections. And yes, I totally agree with what you've said as well. This human body is absolutely priceless, and we do take Mother Nature for granted. But hopefully, we will see things differently after today. So brilliant. So we're going to do some meditation now for the next 10 minutes or so. So gently close your eyes, sit in a comfortable position, cross your legs. Monica, sorry, music-wise, are you able to put something in the background? Because I'm struggling with setting it up, if that's okay.
yeah, that's fine. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. So we'll quickly share the music. Meanwhile, you can give the guidance regarding.
So kindly sit in a comfortable meditative position with your spine straight, your fingers clasped together, cross your legs, take off any glasses if you're wearing them, gently close your eyes and be in the here and now, in the present moment. Forget anything from the past, any worries about the future, just be in the present moment. And we'll take 3 nice deep breaths in through your nose. Feel your stomach expand. Hold. And gently out through your mouth. And again, a nice deep breath through your nose. Hold. And out through your mouth. And again, a nice deep breath through your nose. Hold. Gently release your nostrils. Now focus on each incoming breath and in each outgoing breath. And if you get any thoughts during the meditation, accept them, be a witness, and see them as passing clouds. Now today, let's see ourselves being near the beautiful, beautiful ocean. We are near the ocean on the side, on the coast. The sun is shining at us. The wind is nice and cool and breezy. You're wearing comfortable clothing. And you're in one with the nature and the sounds around you. See yourself walking on the sand. Feel the texture of the sand and the pebbles underneath your feet. The sand is a beautiful, beautiful golden colour. Super, super smooth, soft. The pebbles that you walk on, they're soft as well. Totally focus on the here and now. Take a nice deep breath and feel the sea air, the sea breeze. As you take a breath, you can almost taste the saltiness of the sea. And you can actually feel the water on you almost. As you're breathing it in, you can actually feel the dampness of the breath of the ocean air. Every single breath we're taking is re-energizing us, awakening us, and is giving us that strength and power to change within us, helping all our cells, all our organs, everything is being transformed in a positive way. And every breath you take out, all the impurities, all the things that the body doesn't need anymore, are gently being removed with every single breath. As you look at the ocean, see the vastness, the beautiful hue, the colour, the greens, the blues. The ocean is so pure and divine. It's like it's inviting us to take a step in and be cleansed with the purity of the amazing water. As you take some steps towards the ocean, see the different birds around you, different seagulls and different birds singing, talking in their own language, as if to say, welcome, welcome to our world. Feel the joy, happiness and bliss as we take in all the scenery, all the beauty. And as you look far ahead, it's almost like there's no ending to the ocean. Pure divine eternity of pure water that's incredible. Now, gently remove any slippers that you're wearing. And let's walk near from the sand into the actual ocean itself. As the ocean splashes and you can hear the water, become one with it. Take your first step, lift your right foot and place it in the ocean, which is very low where you are. It's only up to your ankle level at the moment. So there's nothing to fear. We're just dipping our feet into the water to see how we feel. And as you take that first step, feel the energy from the ocean coming through the sole of your foot, up through your chakras, and throughout your whole body, uplifting you. And then gently take your other foot and place this in the ocean. And stand there and feel the waves coming up towards you, blessing you, and then gently going back again. With each wave, feel the energy, the love of the ocean. We are so, so blessed with all the elements, and especially the element of water. As we've learnt in the story today, we should never ever take water for granted. Every single drop that we have or use is absolutely priceless. So whilst we stand here in the ocean, let's put our hands together, bend our heads down, and show our gratitude to the divine ocean and the water element, everything that it provides us, from the nourishment in our bodies to cleanse us, to everything that we use water for, that we just take for granted every day, from washing our vegetables to washing clothes to cleaning our home. Without water, we would not be able to survive. So with a nice big smile on your face, look upwards and see the beautiful rays of sunlight showering on you as you stand in the middle of the ocean. Just breathe in the beautiful sea breeze and the harmony you feel with all the beautiful sounds around you. The water splashing against the rocks. And feel your breath. Every time the water comes up to you, take a nice deep breath. Every time the waves pull back, breathe out. Be in tune. Be in sync and harmony with the waves. And feel all your worries, any difficulties being washed away from you, taken away by the beautiful ocean. And all the positivity and love and energy entering you with every single splash of water on you. Feel the joy of being in the ocean, on the sand and on the rocks there. And feel the positive energy that we're actually receiving right now. Okay, now it's time to head back to the sea line on the sand. So gently take a bow in gratitude for the beautiful ocean and to the sunshine and all the lovely elements and animals and insects and birds around us. Hear the chirping of the birds as if to say, goodbye, see you again, do come by. We're like one big happy family. God's given us so, so much to be grateful for. So as we take steps back, gently away from the ocean, onto the sand, so you're safe on the sand again, let's just stand there and show our appreciation and gratitude for this amazing visualization where sitting in our homes, we've been able to feel as if we're by the ocean amongst the beautiful seagulls and feel the nice sea breeze on us. Deep, deep gratitude to our parents, our family and friends for everything they've taught us and helped us with. To all our teachers, all our gurus from the past, present and future that are always there for us, helping us, guiding us, and being there for us. Deep, deep gratitude to all the elements, the water element especially, fire, air, Mother Earth, and space. Deep, deep gratitude for the cosmic energy around us and to the Supreme Being for making us so self-sufficient and for giving us this beautiful, beautiful Mother Earth that's full of vibrant colours, beautiful flowers, the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the salt that we have from the minerals. Deep, deep gratitude to all the species, all the birds, for making our life interesting. All the plants, all the animals. And deep, deep gratitude for everyone that's in our life that's actually touched us in some way and helped us on our spiritual path. Deep, deep gratitude for this amazing, amazing body that God has gifted us with. Without this body, we would not be able to feel the love and peace and joy that is our birthright, that God has given us. And deep, deep gratitude to this amazing session that helps us remember the divinity that dwells within us. And let's take some water that's there, just sprinkle it all over us. Feel blessed. And as you take your steps back with a smile on your face, just be grateful and show gratitude to everything around us and everyone around us that are playing their part in helping us become one with the divine and whole and healed in every way. Now gently rub your hands slightly, cover your eyes, and after I've counted one, gently open them. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently open your eyes, but still keep them covered in your hands. And feel the divine energy, the rays of the sunshine that we've just felt, the beauty of the sea air that we've just felt. And gently open your eyes and take that energy all over your head, your ears, your neck, your shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, your chest, stomach, thighs, knees, all the way down. And anywhere that you need some super healing, just feel that positivity, positive energy that's energizing you and making you feel happy and whole. Okay, and gently open your eyes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Ma, Monikaji, all our divine masters, angels, everybody who's helping us with every step we take on this amazing spiritual path. Deep, deep gratitude to you all, masters, for joining this session as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Deep, deep gratitude to you for such a wonderful meditation. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Thank you so much, Meenaji. Thank you.
Thank you, Meena ji, Monica ji. Wonderful. I just don't want to get out of it. Just stay here. Nice.
I love the
Thank you.
seaside. I love the seaside. That's why I chose this today, because in the summer we all have seaside trips, but I've not been able to go this year. So visually, I feel I've taken you all with me. So thank you for being on this journey with me. Yeah.
Even I love beaches, mountains. Yeah, I love nature a lot. When you were saying, I was like, and especially your background. is the same, like, and it's very calm and peaceful. And on the top, suddenly I find the winds. When you said the music, it's Lord Buddha, is very calm and relaxing. It's really nice. Music was also means chosen by Lord Buddha for today's meditation.
Calming.
जी दंपति जी.
Yeah, thank you, Minaji. It was wonderful. We went to Seychelles a few years ago, and I just could imagine what the seaside there. It was so beautiful, so divine, and you took us back there. So thank you so much, and so grateful for everything that there is on earth for us. This journey is so beautiful. Thank you.
And when you do the meditation with visualization, you are, means, sometimes we are present there physically, but mentally we are not enjoying it. But right now, when we go for this, we feel everything, the sand and the pebbles, everything. We feel it that, oh my God, I was like, when the sea water is very chilled, right? Very, and it touch you. I went to Door, and it is freezing cold. The temp means the water, and I was feeling the same. Like I'm there, and the water is touching my feet and going back. So means you took us to that time, when we were there, and today again we reconnected, created those memories. Thank you. And Kalpana ji left a message for you that she left early, but a beautiful meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, I'm just coming, but I wanted to thank as well. Earlier this year, I was at Juhu Beach in Mumbai, and it was good to be transported back there this evening. So thank you ever so much. I shall leave you for today. As I said, I've got to take my son to the temple. He goes every Thursdays. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. It was a lovely session. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Governor G.
Thank you.
Thank you. So shall we wind up if no one is there? Yeah. So okay, I'm going to end the meeting. You have to say anything, Neena ji? Yeah, Shobha ji.
थैंक यू मैं जुड़ी नहीं थी मैं
For
बस
sharing these
मेडिटेशन
beautiful
के
flowers
टाइम
again.
में आई थी
Love
Yes,
and
thank
blessings,
you.
love and light to you all. So gorgeous.
क्योंकि कई दिन से आपका
Thank
This
सेशन
is
नहीं
you.
how
हो
we
रहा
all
था ना
are.
Thank you. Thank you, Meena ji. Shobha ji is saying something. Sorry, Shobha ji, carry on. शोभा जी आप कुछ कह रहे थे?
हाँ मैं कह रही थी कि मैं जुड़ी नहीं थी मैं मेडिटेशन के टाइम में ही आई हूँ
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा.
मुझे आपका सेशन में ऑन करती थी तो लगता था कि हो नहीं रहा है शायद
नहीं नहीं, हाँ, इवनिंग में कभी कभी हम सेशन नहीं करते. सैटरडे संडे सेशन नहीं होते हैं. मंडे टू फ्राइडे होते हैं, या कभी हमको कहीं जाना हो तब हम सेशन नहीं लेते. मर्जी के मालिक.
Free will.
मोनिका जी, जो मैंने लिखा था ना उस टाइम में हायर सेल्फ के लिए तो मैं उसके आगे थोड़ा सा और लिखी हूँ
शोभा जी, ये प्लेटफॉर्म डिफरेंट है, वो भी हम सुनेंगे आपका.
अच्छा ठीक
बट
है
क्योंकि ना एक्चुअल में यूके का टाइमिंग इस टाइम 8:30 है रात का. तो फिर कई बार लोगों ने अपना डिनर करना होता है, कुछ और करना होता है, तो इसलिए हम लोगों ने बहुत पर्टिकुलर सा टाइम रखा हुआ है मेडिटेशन का. तो मॉर्निंग का जो सेशन होता है ना, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं. सैटरडे संडे आप आओ, मॉर्निंग वाला सेशन ज्वाइन करो. इंडिया
तो
के 10 AM होते हैं सुबह. लिंक
अच्छा
भेजा हुआ होगा आपको, शायद आप ग्रुप में नहीं है मेरे,
हम्म,
तो आप ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर लीजिए. 1 मिनट पहले रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर लें. थैंक यू, थैंक यू.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
सैटरडे 10 बजे दिन में